What's going on, guys? This is Mekkah, and today I'm here with the Fire Emblem character sorter. This is a thing on Tumblr that gives you 2 Fire Emblem characters, and you pick your favorite, and whichever one you choose goes on top, and whichever one you don't like goes on the bottom. And it keeps giving you new characters, new pairs of characters, until you've made out which your favorites are. And then it gives you a list of your favorite to ranked until your least favorite. I probably explained that poorly, but you get the point, right? And you can actually pick from like every game if you want, but what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna do one game because I don't want it to take forever, and it does take forever if you pick even like one game. I'm gonna take Sacred Stones because it has a pretty small cast, and I'm gonna rank them, but not by how much I like them, but rather how good I think they are in like a tier list kind of setting. So I'm basically gonna be making a tier list with the help of this character sorter, and I'm gonna be doing this based on like efficiency, so something between casual and LTC basically. I'm not gonna do like strict LTC, but just how good I think characters are in general when you're playing kind of fast. And we'll see how accurate it is. We'll see how it compares to, say, the Fire Emblem subreddit tier list or the general tier list that people tend to make. So let's get it going. Alright, I'm gonna zoom in a little so you guys can see the pictures properly. There's also post-game characters in here, like these people aren't actually recruitable until after the game is over. I don't count them. I'm just gonna make them lose every time I see them. Okay, so Null versus Myr. I think for casual players, Myr is better because she's pretty easy to train if you just take your time. But in a setting where you actually want to go fast, Myr doesn't really do anything for you that you don't have already, whereas Null has summons to distract enemies. So I'm gonna take Null here. Well, this is obvious. Sally is better in every single way possible. Garrick versus Tethys. Well, Tethys is Dancer, so that's easy. Orson is only around for 1 chapter, so he can't really beat Kyle, even though it's really good for that one. Lute versus Natasha. Both of these aren't very good when you're playing fast. They just, like, that Lute joins under-leveled, which sounds strange for someone who joins in chapter 4. But Natasha is even worse, because her HP gain is so slow, so I'll take Lute. Garcia versus Ross. Well, Garcia is basically an infinitely better version of Ross, although Ross can water walk, which is nice, but Garcia is still better, I think. Vanessa is obviously better. Seth is better than like everyone. Neither of these is recruitable. Neither of these is recruitable. Neither of these is recruitable. Cyrene versus Null, and Null's better, I think. Cyrene can like fly around and kill eggs in chapter 18 and do some other flyery things, which may also be nice. Null's more of a reliability thing, I think. I think Null's like easier to use. I'm not sure if Cyrene is better, but I'll take Cyrene. Dusel versus mystery opponents. Sometimes it loads slow. Okay, Rennek. Yeah, Rennek is pretty bad. We'll take Dusel. Saleh versus Cormac. Oh, both of these are really good, actually. Like, there's 2 routes, and Cormac is clearly better on Ephraim route, and Saleh is better on Erica route. But I feel like the gap is bigger between the Salehs than the Cormacs, if that makes sense. So Cormac is like the more consistent unit between these 2. I'm not going to count Cormac's recruitment cost against him in Africa route, where you have to wait for him. But Saleh... Well, Saleh is pretty bad on Ephraim route, honestly. We'll go with Cormac. Rachel versus Dazla. Well, at least Dazla is like pre-promoted, so he can do some water rewalk things. He can go on peaks and kill spiders in Erica route, where Rachel's is bad overall. Tethys is a dancer. Garrick's like an infinitely better version of Marisa. Amelia sucks. Kyle versus Tana. Well, Tana is kind of annoying to raise if you're going fast, but it is possible. In fact, I've seen it happen in 0% growth. Whereas Kyle is like, normally I really like the Christmas calves, but the FE8 ones are like the worst in the series almost. Like, even worse than Alec and Noish. A lot of people hate those. I actually think they're decent. I really don't like Kyle, man. I mean, Ford is even worse, but Kyle is just kind of meh. We'll take Tana here. Flying is really good. Ephraim versus Ford. Yeah, I'm probably gonna rank Ford as like the worst character. His stats are just so bad. Like, look at his averages compared to France. Holy shit, it's so bad. Joshua versus Lute. Joshua is actually like decent early game. He falls off hard later on, whereas Lute has like prospects of being a staff bot if you want her to be. She can warp and stuff. And if you make her good, then she can 1-2 range people. So I'm gonna take Lute here. Joshua's routing is pretty useful though. Whereas Natasha is like so on the level, she's so useless. She's a really bad character actually. Can't believe people used to argue between her and Mulder. Arthur versus Colm. Well, Arthur is like the best warper in the game, besides Erica Route Saleh. Garcia and Naomi, easy. This one is trickier than you might think, but we'll go with Ross. You can promote him before chapter 7, and then he can like save turns. I said I wouldn't do strict LTC, but that's something he can do that's like unique and valuable. And he's not a bad character per se, it just takes more investment than he's probably worth. Mulder isn't bad, but Vanessa is like one of the best units. Gilliam is worse though. Who's this? Oh, okay, yeah, that's easy. Franz is like probably the 3rd best unit in the game, approximately. You suck. I hope these guys don't end up in the list, but just ignore them if they end up in there. You're actually in the game. You're actually in the game. You're actually in the game. Okay, there we go. Well, Dusol's like a good pre-promote, and he's like a good failsafe for Phantom Ship. He's like more of a casual player kind of thing, where like a good player generally doesn't need Dusol to tank a whole lot, and his 6th move is actually kind of bad, whereas Cormac is like a godly flyer. So in that sense, I'm actually gonna take most decent mounted fighters over Dusol, but Dusol's definitely better than Ewan, or Ewan, I think is how you pronounce it. Ewan. Renax sucks, but he's better than Ewan. Dazla versus Tethys is easy. Garrick is also better. Oh, Dazla's better, for sure. Both of these are like really bad units. I think they're like Marisa is like bottom 3, whereas Rachel's like slightly better because she can hammer in or something. She has a mount, but the mount only has 6 move in FE8 for some reason. The Troubadour, and Valkyrie only has 7. So does Mage Knight. Whereas most mounts have like 8 movement. Tana versus Innis, well, Tana flies, so that's easy. I like Kyle better than Innis. Like Erica Root Innis is like arguable maybe against Kyle because he has a period of time where he's really good. And he can 1-round kill with the silver one and everything. But Ephraim Route Innis is so bad that I'm gonna take Kyle. You're not in the game basically. Do I take Amelia over Orson? I guess so. I'm not gonna count Orson as a character really. Ephraim versus Loot. Yeah, we'll take Ephraim there. Loot versus... Oh, this is an interesting one because normally you would think, well, it's a Cavalier against an under-leveled mage. So Ford wins, right? But Ford is like one of the worst Cavaliers I have ever used. So I'm gonna take Loot here. I mean, she's also kind of hard to raise. Like, not in a very casual setting or anything, but if you're playing efficiently, then Loot is hard to get XP. I'm gonna take Loot. This Ford is so bad. Yeah, we'll take Joshua. Are we gonna take Natasha over him though? Man. No, fine. We'll take Ford over Natasha because Natasha also is bad. Arthur is better. Garcia is better than Colm. I think Colm is very good. Like, thieves are normally like utility very good, but there is no silver card for him to steal. You just get it in the desert. And I mean, you could pick up the silver card in theory, but you can also do it with other characters. There's like a reset trick in FE8 that you can use. I think you can RNG abuse, whatever. I don't like counting desert items, okay? And all the other chests you can get with chest keys, so that makes Colm very limited, whereas Garcia has a pretty good combat unit. Do I think he's worse than Ross? Well, Colm does get one energy ring, which is pretty good. Is it better than Ross's overall okay combat throughout the game? I mean, he's not mounted though. I'll take... Colm also potentially gets you a Legion Whip, I guess. Unless you save the chest key, but then he gets you the Angelic Robe. I'm gonna take Colm. Seth is the best unit. Seth is the best ever. Vanessa versus France is always interesting because France is more sturdy early game, but once Vanessa gets rolling, she is so much better that I'm gonna take Vanessa. France is better than Mulder for sure. Mulder's better than Erica. Like, Erica isn't that great of a character, especially not on Ephraim route, whereas Mulder is like a good warper. Gilliam is interesting because he can actually promote, but in order to promote, you have to shaft your Cavaliers. And then when Gilliam promotes, he still only has 6 move. But like Erica does like nothing. Like on Ephraim route, she just vanishes, and on Erica route, like even when she's there, she's not really contributing much. So I'm gonna take Gilliam. You're in the game. You're in the game. You're in the game. You're not in the game, but fuck it. Go away. Go away. Go away. Go away. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Let's see. They're both best on different routes, right? Yeah, Cormac is best on Ephraim route, whereas Tethys is best on Erica route. In fact, they switch availabilities like chapter 10 versus chapter 13. Tethys isn't like the best dancer ever. I mean, most people say she doesn't have rings, so she's worse than Ninian, but it's more like in FE8 you can breeze through the enemies so fast that your dancer gets left behind, but she's... And then if you want to have her keep up, it's pretty tough to do so, because the enemy density is pretty high. So she's a very tricky dancer to use, and when I was LTC in this game, I found that sometimes it was just not possible to get Tethys in far enough to get more movement out of her. She was only really helpful for the first couple of turns, but she does really help getting staff XP on someone like Arthur. So, is she good enough though? This Cormag, I feel like Tethys is good enough in both routes, whereas Cormag on Erica route, you'll probably already have a trained Vanessa, and the second flyer doesn't add as much in FE8 as it does in other games. So in that way, I think the difference between the Cormags is very different from the difference between the different versions of Tethys, if that makes sense. I'll take the Dancer. Definitely better than Garrick though. Sele is also pretty godly. Like both of these, like casual players love both of these because they're so easy to use and so durable and so strong. I actually don't end up using either of them much. But I guess we'll take Dusel. Oh, Renek, yeah, you're not very good. Neither are you very good, but Renek is like, he's also combat liability, right? And same as with Colm, chest keys just totally invalidate his existence. There's not much worth stealing after he joins. Do we take Rachel over Renek? Maybe. Desert items is probably better than anything Rachel does, though. Yeah, you're like bottom 3. Oh, I think I did Marisa versus Amelia or something already? Because it seems like a familiar matchup, but I'm probably wrong. Let's see. Well, Ewan can eventually maybe summon, but that takes like so many resources. Whereas Marisa, like, she's bad, but she can probably promote to level 10 and do something. Tana flies, easy, easy, easy. Like, if this was a cavalier with good stats, I'd click him in a heartbeat, but Ephraim is like Raven with lances, and a ridiculous personal weapon. And a free deployment slot, so we'll take him. I think I put Ford over Lutz, right? So that probably means I have to put Kyle over Lutz too. But I might have been wrong about that. Ines versus Lutz. We'll take a Lutz here. Joshua versus... yeah, Joshua it is. Although they're both like helpful route thingies, but Ephraim route Ines is so bad, while Joshua is at least around in both routes. Ford versus Ines. I mean, you're both liabilities in enemy phase, that's for sure. We'll take Ford, because we took Kyle over Ines too. And, I mean, Kyle's much better than Ford, but the thing about Ines is, again, Ephraim route just screws him over. Same here. Although, Natasha's very bad. Seth is best. Vanessa is best. I'm kind of seeing where it goes here. We're already at 87 battles, but we're only 30 minutes in. This is better than I thought. So Franz is better. Ooh, Mulder versus... Arthur is actually better at using staffs than Mulder, funnily enough, because his magic is much higher. And he can get levels faster. Garcia. Yeah, you're worse than Mulder. It's definitely not late at all. Garcia is better because there's more movements, or equal movements, if Gilliam promotes the Great Knights, which he should. I'm actually going to take Gilliam. I like his early game performance, kind of. He can do some things, whereas Colm is mostly useless. Same for Erica. Tethys is better than Cyrene, of course. Oops, one too many. Cormac is a better flyer. Sele is better. Why are you ranking Cyrene against all these? Like, I'm expected to click, like, the left character every time here. Yeah. Although, like, Dazla isn't very useful either. Cyrene at least flies for, like, a couple chapters, but she's so frail, man. I do want to take her over Ranak, though. No, yeah, Summoners is nice. Both of these are, like, not used in LTC at all. I guess Ranak is used slightly more. And, like, for efficiency's sake, I don't think you can raise Mirror quickly enough. But Rachel... I mean, I guess mirror can be raised. You're in the game. You're in the game. You're in the game. Gee, I wonder. Yep. 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 Oops. Yep. This is kind of a tough one. I'm actually gonna take Tana. And here I will take Ephraim. Oh, this is a very tough one. Because it's like a unit that's like good combat versus like okay combat but a really good class. We'll take Kyle. Oops. Hello? Oh, I can only do it once? Okay. Here we'll take Garcia. Here we'll take Lutz. This is a tough one. This is like early game routes and utility versus mid game routes and utility. I'm inclined to say Joshua. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, the funny thing is they both need a Night Crest, so we can't even use that against either of them. And when they both get a Night Crest, I actually feel like Gilliam is stronger. He doesn't double though. He doesn't double. But Ford rarely doubles. And when he does, his strength is just shit. So I'm gonna take Gilliam. But I'll take Ford over Erica. Natasha, I guess. Erica, I guess. Inez is at least like a good character on my Erica route, whereas Coma's never a good character. Better than Amelia though. This is obvious. Like, Naomi is also very bad, but easier to get to promotion than Amelia, and then when she gets to promotion she's like useful for some things. Don't get me wrong, dancing is good, but these guys joined so early. I can see a pattern here. I wonder if I rank Mulder high enough to where he's below all these other guys, all these other early joining guys. We'll take Tethys here. And then Cormac joins after Tana both times, right? Yeah. But on Ephraim route, he is so much better because Tana is basically base level in the chapter that he joins in. And he joins on like turn 3 or 4 or so. And on Erica route, I mean, Tana does join earlier, but she's still got a lot of catching up to do because Cormac's defense and HP and everything, strength are so much better. Saleh is better. Yeah, I'll actually take Tana. And let's see. Ephraim versus Dussel. I mean, they're both bad on Erica route, so that's not a great argument. That's what I'm using mostly against these. Come to think of it, I haven't really factored in Ephraim's absence in Erica route too much, whereas I have for other characters, so maybe that will make him a little higher than he needs to be. I think I'll go with Ephraim. Right? Yeah, I think so. Kyle is so inconsistent that I'll take Dussel over him. Garrick. Kyle. Garcia's like a Dazla, joins a lot earlier and is faster, I think. There's a better claim to the speed wing at least. You can also use Garm, whereas Dazla has like B axis at base. It's terrible. Lutz and like Dazla's bad. he is useful for some things, but he is kind of bad. Although I like him over Joshua. Kind of, maybe. They both have like maybe 4 maps where they're useful. Oh dear. Oh dear. Battle to bad units. I guess it's gotta be Ford. This is definitely Natasha. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm thinking about this. Yeah. Poor Dazla. It's gonna sink like a rock. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Colm was better than Sarene, I think. The fact that most people are. You're not. I think. Yeah. Summons are better than nothing. Desert items better than nothing. Trainability is better than nothing. Hammer is better than nothing. Nothing is better than nothing. Okay, I guess Amelia is better than someone. Alright, Orson. I'm still gonna count you as like a post-game character, I'm sorry. You can be the best one. Oh, there we go, we did it. We're at 159 battles, and it took us like 20 minutes. But we're here. Seth, Vanessa, Franz, perfect. Arthur, Mulder, Tethys, and that's pretty good so far. Okay, so Tana is pretty high. I've been ranking her over a lot of other characters though, so that's probably why. Ephraim, yeah, he's pretty high up. I mean, he deserves to be because he's good on his own route. I'm not sure how to rank him on my character route though. Dusel got up pretty high, considering I think I ranked some units over him that might have ended up below him. No, they can't be. There's no way it does that. Let's see. Garcia got up pretty high. That's good. That's a pretty big gap between Kyle and Ford, but it makes sense. I don't think they necessarily need to be next to each other. I wonder, it could be argued that Kyle should go lower, maybe even Ford higher. Yeah, this is a pretty decent tier list. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Overall. Like, you ignore the bottom, of course, because those are all the creature campaign characters. And it looks pretty good. So, yeah. Maybe more... Oh, nah. I think it's fine. I like it. Let me know what you guys think of my rankings. And this has been a pretty fun experience. Might do something like this again. Maybe. See you guys around. Like, subscribe, whatever. Bye.